Well, in Blida, Algeria will host Togo in the second match of Group D, which also features Benin and Gambia. Both teams come into the competition with a number of key changes in their team setups. For the 1990 winners Algeria, the match will be Coach Lucas Alcaraz's second competitive game since replacing George Leekens. The Spaniard is testing his hand with the national team, and already the team says they are reading from the same script. Algeria's multi-talented squad has in the past failed to live up to expectations, and the 50-year-old believes fixing the team's defensive frailties is part of the key to the team meeting their potential. For Togo, the changes are in the composition of the side. Veteran Claude Le Roy has overhauled the Sparrow Hawks team. The Frenchman says he is looking to rebuild Togo as he has done for other African countries where he has worked. Togo contend that Algeria are favourites to win Sunday's match.
The Cup of Nations was difficult for Algeria, but with players like Slimani, Boudebouz, Brahimi, this is a good team with a lot of quality. We will use all of our tools to try and cause them problems.
Individually, we have really good quality and we have very good players, and I think if we can be, in my opinion, a bit more playing as a team, I think it's not like we lost it or anything. It's just sometimes, like the last African Nations Cup, I think we tried to play well at some point, but it didn't happen. You need sometimes a bit of I would say a good opportunity or a good occasion to score goals and everything. So I think the result, I think, is important. If we have won the result, people will say we are a really good team. So yeah, I think a manager with this idea, and we are all following one path. This is the most important. I think this is what we need.
Well, now for more on tomorrow's action in Algeria, we can now go live to the capital, Algiers, where CGTN Celestine Caronet is standing by. Celestine, you're in Algeria now. You know the footballing culture. Just how important is it for the new coach Alcaraz to begin with a win for the North African team?
Well, Mahia, there is no saying just how important a victory will be for Lucas Alcaraz in the first match for Group D for Algeria. Now, he already got a win in that friendly against Guinea 2-1, so there will be a lot of confidence going forward. And of course, Mahia, you're looking at a nation that, as you have said, has been said, that script is very talented, and they've not really shown that they could deliver the results in the past. And qualifying has never really been a problem. The problem for Algeria usually is once they get to competition. So what Alcaraz knows is that he will want to give the fans here a win. He will want to show that some of the work he's been doing with the team will actually is bearing fruit. So a win is going to be very important for him. Remember, they are playing in Blida, as you mentioned. Mahia, this is a place that Algeria hasn't lost since they started playing there in 2004. So there's a lot of, if I may say, good vibes to Blida, and so there's a lot of expectation that the team can deliver that first victory, of course, for Lucas Alcaraz in Blida, Mahia.
And talking about Alcaraz, Celestine, what are some of the changes that the Spaniard has made to the Algerian team?
Mahia, during training, when we attended the Algeria training, they talked to us about some of the things the coach has been telling them. He's talking about fixing the defensive frailties. Like, we have seen this team, look, you have players like Mahrez, you have players like Slimani. These are people who bang in the goals, but then again, you're still conceding the goals. So he wants them to occupy more space, to be more compact. Like, in fact, their media officer says, like we see in Spanish football, that is what he's trying to instill in the team. And so, Mahia, these changes that he's making is what everybody will be looking to see. What are these changes actually working for the team? The players say that they are getting his philosophy, if you like, or his vision. They are embracing it. Remember when Alcaraz came here, he said he is not here to impose on Algeria a certain style of playing football. He is here to integrate ideas, and that will be very important for this team going forward, because this is, like you have said, Mahia, a country with its own culture of football. And so Alcaraz is going to be looking to fit into that and just move them to the next step, which is delivering the results, Mahia. So another thing he's talked about is that these are individual players with who are very talented. But how do you get these players to collectively deliver as a team? And that is another thing that they talked to us about when we were at training. And so he says that you're gonna see a team that is playing a bit more collectively and is taking collective responsibility on the pitch. And so Mahia, we'll just have to wait and see if his systems are working.
All right, Celestine, now looking at their opponents, Togo, they are the underdogs going into this match, of course, playing away from home, and they are lower ranked against the Algerians. But their coach, Claude Le Roy, has been known to pull a few surprises in his time. Are they confident of an upset in North Africa?
Well, Mahia, across Africa, we are used to Claude Le Roy, and he is one man who is never shy to talk a big match or to talk a big game. And he says, look, we are here, we are ready to play that game. He has come with a very youthful side, Mahia. He says they could upset the favourites, Algeria. Now, should he have brought in very many untested players for a match like this against such big names, such talented players? Well, he has received criticism for that. But Le Roy says, look, he needs to rebuild Togo, and he believes that he has more time as they begin their campaign for the 2019 Cup of Nations to do just that. And so he says this is the time to rebuild Togo. This, he feels, is the best opportunity for these young players. Remember, Mahia, in that team, 9 players who are leaving Togo for the very first time on an international assignment. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what they can pull off. But again, when he took over in 2017, when he came in and the team in 2016 rather, and the team was trying to qualify for the 2017 Cup of Nations, Le Roy literally pulled off a miracle just to get the team to Gabon. And so I think he feels like he has more time. He can, you know, make the team to suit, or he can build a better team. And so let's wait and see if he can be able to deliver that upset they're talking about. But even Emmanuel Adebayo told us they're here to play and they think they can deliver a victory, Mahia.
All right, finally, Celestine, there is, of course, one more match we'll be looking out for. That's the Maghreb Derby, where Tunisia takes on Egypt. What can we expect in that tie?
Well, Tunisia versus Egypt, of course, is the big story out of the Maghreb region this weekend. Look, Nabil Malloul is coming in for Tunisia for a second stint, and he's going to want to really get that first victory on the board in that group, and especially against Egypt. Remember, in January this year, they played a friendly, and Egypt actually beat Tunisia for the first time since, I think, was it 2005? So Malloul is going to try and, you know, want to go back and get that better head-to-head record against their rivals, Egypt. Again, these two teams are in a very good position when you look at qualifying for the World Cup. So both of them are going to use this Cup of Nations to kind of build momentum going into those very crucial qualifiers in the next August and then towards the end of the year. So for these two teams, it's going to be really crucial for them to start with a win. Hector Cooper, of course, is going to miss Mahmoud Hassan, better known as Trezeguet, in midfield. But look, he says he has enough depth and he's the team is going to be fine. Trezeguet picked up a foot injury, of course, during training in Alexandria. But Mahia, for these two teams, 3 points is going to be important. Remember, 12, the group leaders, the 12 group leaders will get automatic tickets to join Cameroon in 2019, and then the best 3 runners-up. Now, nobody will want to be among this group who are trying to see if mathematically they're getting in. So Tunisia and Egypt, Group J, that's going to be one of the matches really everybody's following this weekend, Mahia. Africa's best team, Egypt, ranked 20th in the world, will be in action. So there's going to be a lot of interest there, Mahia.
All right, Celestine, thank you very much for those updates. We will, of course, be keeping an eye out for that match, Algeria taking on Togo tomorrow. That was CGTN Celestine Carane joining us live in the Algerian capital, Algiers.